Good morning, everybody. We are here to discuss with you barriers and gateways in communication. What are barriers? In organizations, we find that there are often some barriers to communication which create hurdles, and these hurdles reduce the overall performance of the organization. We have to bring out the best performance from the organization. We have to ensure that through communication we are able to create a collaborative work culture. But we also have to remember that we have to handle these barriers very carefully and create gateways. Gateways are possibilities, environment of openness, possibilities through which people are able to communicate better. So these have to be created and these have to be removed. So our target is we have to cross them and we have to promote them, gateways. So these have to be eliminated. So what are these? We will discuss what are these, and also we will discuss how to handle them, when to handle them, and where to handle them, identify them. So these are the barriers. The common barriers that we find in organizations are rumors, stereotypes, grapevines, language barriers, hierarchy, ego. These are common barriers that you will find in every organization. Rumors don't have any base, they are factless, there is no fact. Rumors are just created by people. Why do people create rumors? What are the reasons? There is an excellent book, Games People Play. Now here, by games, I am not talking about sports, I am not talking about badminton, or I am not talking about table tennis. I am talking about games that people play. These games are psychological games that people play to vent out their frustration. Now let me introduce you a word, frustration. Frustration means if a person is dissatisfied, if a person is not able to achieve his goal, if the person is not able to reach to his target, and the person feels very high level of anguish, dissatisfaction, this dissatisfaction results in distortion in communication. The person starts playing games. I could not achieve my goals, let the other person also not achieve his goal. I could not do what I want to do, let others also stop where they are. So when the purpose of communication is destruction of communication, then this destructive communication becomes game. So game here refers to destructive communication which people play out of frustration. So the purpose in all our communication will be to reduce these games. So we have to reduce these games. How do we reduce these games? We have to encourage gateways, better communication through gateways. That is the possibility. You have to become a better communicator, and you have to remember communication is the only means through which you can bring about excellence in the organization, remove all the problems that are there. But how do we do it? Let's talk about them. Rumors, stereotypes. Rumors means just people spread information which is false. Stereotypes, people carry some meaning, some understanding which is baseless. Grapevine, grapevine is also like rumor, where information, wrong information, a misinformation, a false information spreads very fast to everybody. Language barrier. Language barrier is if I am talking to you and you are not able to understand what I am saying because you do not know my language. So who is at fault? You are not at fault. I am at fault. I have to use that language which you understand. So when we are communicating, we have to be very careful about the audience. We have to use the words which the other person can understand. We have to use a language which the other person can understand and appreciate. So language barriers. Hierarchy. The organizations are typically very hierarchical. A typical hierarchy is something like this. So these are layers. People at the top is what we call as CEO. Then there are different authorities. And the information from here to here to here to here, and similarly information from here to here to here. So there are a lot of filtrations. So when information transmits from top to bottom, it passes through various layers. Similarly, when information passes from bottom to the top, it passes through various layers. And there are possibilities of distortion. Right? So these layers must be minimized. Organizations should become less hierarchical. There should be greater open communication. There should be greater clarity. So how do we do it? Reduce this hierarchy. These are the gateways. Promote more and more written communication in the organization. In oral communication, possibility of distortion is more. If I speak something to you, probably you misunderstand it, you do not understand it in proper context. There is a possibility of distortion. If I speak something to you and you tell it to others that I have spoken something to you, in between there is a possibility of distortion. The distortion could be because the words can be misunderstood. There may be different words than what I have chosen. So if there is written communication, there is high level of accuracy. And if accuracy is there, there is no possibility of rumor. Through written communication, we can solve the problem of rumors. We can solve the problem of grapevines. We can solve the problems of these language barriers and other barriers. So we have to encourage more and more written communication. Written communication can be through email. It can be through report. It can be through memo. It can be through a document. So if there is written communication, people cannot deny. People cannot add word from their own experiences. People cannot play games. So our goal should be to promote accuracy in information. The communication, in the process of communication, you see there are two persons. One person is trying to spread a message or communicate to other person. He will also get the same meaning, and then there will be feedback. Feedback means, yes, I communicated some message and this person got the message in right way. This is feedback. In between there are barriers. These are barriers. Now you have to remove these barriers by creating gateways. And then what will happen? The possibility of distortion, communication distortion will be reduced. You are able to communicate 100% when you communicate something and through feedback you come to know that the other person has understood it in the same way in which you wanted to communicate. Right? You told somebody, don't stop, let him go. The other person understood it. Don't stop him, let him go. This could be misunderstood also. How can it be misunderstood? There is a word in Hindi which I have used here, roko mat jaane do. Roko mat jaane do means stop, don't let him go. On the other hand, if I remove this comma, put it here, it will become roko mat jaane do, means don't stop, let him go. By changing the place of the comma, the meaning is completely different. This is what I wanted to talk to you about language barrier. If the words that we are speaking, they can carry different meanings. The words that we speak, they can give different interpretation to different people. Then there can be problem. I wanted to say something and the other person understood something else. There can be major problems. We have to ensure no such problem should take place. How do we do it? After communication, we have to cross-check. We have to ask. We have to take feedback. What is the meaning understood by the other person? If I say something and the other person has not understood it, and the other person has understood it in some other way, there can be havoc. So we have to minimize any possibility of miscommunication. So miscommunication can be because of different meaning, different context, different interpretation. It could be because of language barriers. It could be because of psychological barriers. So remove them. Create gateways. All barriers should be removed. Create gateways for them. Remember, there are barriers everywhere in communication process. There is no organization which can boast of 100% accuracy in communication. There are barriers everywhere. But if you are an effective administrator, it is your duty to ensure that communication becomes effective through removal of barriers, through creation of gateways. Try to identify and list out all the barriers that could be present when you are communicating. And for each of these barriers, prepare your strategy. What can you do so that these barriers are minimized and effective communication takes place? For psychological barriers, what would you do? For communication barrier, what will you do? For contextual barriers, what will you do? For semantic barriers, what will you do? These are the issues that I am raising before you. We have discussed some solutions. You apply these solutions to create better gateways and remove the barriers. What will you do? You will promote more and more written communication. You will promote common language, the language which is understood by maximum people. If I am talking to you, I go with an assumption that you understand my language, you understand English. But this assumption can be wrong. I have to first understand who you are, what is your background. If I am talking to somebody who cannot understand English, who only understands Hindi language, for example, then I have to use Hindi language. If I am talking to somebody who only knows Chinese language, then I have to use an interpreter. I will speak to the interpreter and that interpreter will translate that into Chinese language and then this message will be transmitted. So this is my duty to ensure that the receiver receives the information in a language which is understood by the receiver. So language barrier is removed by using common language. Then we have to promote informal communication. What is informal communication and what is formal communication? The formal communication is hierarchical, top to bottom. It comes in a structured format. And informal communication comes in unstructured or semi-structured format. It can take place in a less structured format. For example, if I am talking to you at a tea party, it is informal communication. If I am talking to you at a get-together, it is informal communication. If I am talking to you in a sports ground while playing with you, this is informal communication. And formal communication is if I am talking to you in my office, it is formal communication. If I send to you a written email, this is formal communication. If I am talking to you in my conference hall, it is formal communication. We use formal communication most of the time, but the fact is informal communication is far more powerful. It can spread faster than the formal communication. It can create damage as well as it can help you. Therefore, remember, pay attention to informal communication. Remember, informal communication is need of the hour. It is the need of the people. The individual, every one of us has a need that we want to communicate through informal communication. It is our requirement. We require it. I require it. You require it. You want to talk informally. It is the requirement of your psychology, your mind. The formal communication is part of your office duty. And informal communication is part of your requirement as a human being, as an emotional being. You want to smile, you want to connect to people informally. Therefore, encourage informal communication. Encourage people to communicate informally. If you will encourage it, the possibility of grapevine will remove. Grapevines are very dangerous. They spread very fast and you cannot catch them because you do not know where it originated. In a formal communication through email, you know communication started from this point to this point to this point to this point. But it is not like in grapevine, which is you do not know where this information has come, who has communicated it. That is grapevine. You do not know who started it, where it went, how it reached, and it is so fast, everybody will come to know about it. Therefore, in order to minimize grapevine, in order to minimize miscommunication, promote informal communication. Remember, the success of every organization depends upon overall feeling of happiness, overall feeling of joy, and overall commitment of people to the goals of the organization. So the goals of the organizations must be well communicated and people should feel happy and contented and satisfied with that. Now, how do you do it? Encourage people to share. Encourage people to communicate about goals. Let people focus on the goals. Let people communicate. There should be multiple opportunities for people to share ideas and information informally. Let there be minimization of games. There should not be any frustration. And don't keep any frustrated people in your organization. If somebody is frustrated, create counseling, create an environment whereby people can vent out their frustration. They should remain happy. One dissatisfied person can create everybody highly dissatisfied. Don't keep dissatisfied people. Everybody should be happy. Everybody should understand your mission, your vision, your goals. Everybody should be committed from heart for the common goal for which the organization is working. if we all work together and we all try to achieve the goals of the organization, organization will achieve wonders. Therefore, it is our duty in every organization, wherever we work, as a part of professional communication, to achieve our organization's goals. To summarize, we have discussed there are barriers which should be minimized, which should be reduced through gateways, and these gateways are creation of better opportunities for informal communication, creation of better opportunities for happiness sharing, and sharing of organization mission, vision, purpose, fundamental goals among people, and ensuring that everybody is happy. Thank you, everybody.